Banks have existed for thousands of years. Long before skyscrapers and trading screens, ancient merchants and temple keepers were already storing money, lending it out, and keeping economies moving. Over time, banks evolved into trusted institutions, places where people could deposit their hard-earned money, take loans to build their futures, and move money across borders. In a perfect world, a bank is supposed to be the backbone of a country, a secure place for savings, a lifeline for businesses, the system that allows a mother to send money to her child or a farmer to borrow for the next season. And when the system is honest, it can lift entire nations. But there is another side. When banks become too powerful, when transparency disappears and oversight weakens, the same institutions that were designed to serve the people can quietly begin serving themselves. History has shown this repeatedly. If no one is watching closely, banks can drift from protectors to predators. And that brings us to one of the darkest financial scandals in South African history. Between 2007 and 2013, while ordinary South Africans were trying to survive rising food prices, job losses, and economic uncertainty, traders in some of the world's largest banks were sitting behind their screens, allegedly manipulating the value of the South African rand. The commission later revealed how traders used private chat rooms, hidden corners of Bloomberg and Reuters, to coordinate moves in the USD/ZAR currency pair. One trader would hold back a bid so another could profit. Sometimes they agreed on when to push the rand up. Other times they pushed it down. All of this happening in real time, across countries and across time zones. The list of banks implicated is expansive. 28 banks were named in the referral. They include local giants such as ABSA Group Limited, formerly Barclays Africa, Standard Bank of South Africa Limited, Nedbank Group Limited, FirstRand Limited, and Investec Limited. They also include many international players: Citibank NA, which settled in 2017, Standard Chartered Bank, settled in 2023 for approximately 42.7 million rand, HSBC Bank PLC, JP Morgan Chase & Company, Credit Suisse Group AG, BNP Paribas SA, Macquarie Bank Limited, Commerzbank AG, Nomura International PLC, among others. This widespread involvement underscores how large the alleged scheme was. When a trader in London pushes a button that weakens the rand by just a few cents, most people think it's nothing. But when that happens again and again, over months, over years, those few cents become devastating. A weaker rand means higher petrol prices, higher food prices, higher medicine costs. It means school fees rising, loan repayments climbing, a pension buying less. South Africa imports nearly everything, from fuel to electronics to pharmaceuticals, and each drop in the rand makes those imports more expensive. While wealthy investors could hedge or move money offshore, the poorest South Africans paid the real price. The taxi driver, the cleaner, the single mother, the pensioner choosing between bread and transport. The ripple effect was brutal. Lost jobs, deepened poverty, and a cost of living crisis that still echoes today. And behind it all, traders joking in chat rooms as they push the country's currency around like a toy. The exchange market is enormous. Trillions traded globally every day. With volumes that big, even the tiniest shift can create giant profits. And because Forex trades happen across time zones and platforms, manipulation can easily hide within normal market noise. The opportunity was too tempting. A group of traders realized they could cooperate across banks, coordinate timing, share confidential client information, and tilt the currency in their favor. Weak oversight made it even easier. South Africa's regulators did not have perfect visibility over foreign banks operating offshore. Global systems were fragmented, and by the time the alarms were raised, the damage had already been done. The commission began investigating in 2015 and filed its major complaint in 2017. From there, a legal battle erupted, one that would stretch across nearly a decade, Banks argued jurisdiction, they argued process, they argued technicalities. Some tried to have the case thrown out entirely. One of the major rulings came when the Competition Appeal Court, CAC, in January 2024, dismissed charges against 17 mostly foreign banks, citing lack of jurisdiction and insufficiently strong evidence. The commission appealed to the Constitutional Court of South Africa. Meanwhile, banks such as Citibank settled in 2017, and Standard Chartered settled in 2023, admitted liability and paid fines. Local banks like Standard Bank, Nedbank, FirstRand, ABSA, Investec remain embroiled in the process. The commission is still pursuing 19 of the original 28 banks as of the latest public update. This ongoing saga remains one of the most complex and high-stakes competition cases in the country's history. The alleged manipulation didn't just weaken the rand, it weakened trust. Trust in banks, trust in markets, trust in the fairness of the financial system. A stable banking sector is essential for any country. It underpins business confidence, foreign investment, and even social stability. But when people believe that the system is rigged, when they feel the rich bend the rules while the poor suffer, the damage goes beyond economics. South Africa was already wrestling with corruption, state capture, unemployment, and power cuts. The rand rigging scandal added another wound, the belief that global institutions were exploiting a vulnerable economy and walking away with pockets full. This is bigger than traders in a chat room, bigger than banks paying fines. This is about accountability in a global financial system where ordinary people become collateral damage. When the rand falls, it's not the bankers who feel it. It's the mother whose child's asthma pump doubles in price. It's the student who can't afford transport. It's the pensioner whose savings buy less every month. This documentary isn't just exposing a scandal. It's reminding viewers that the economy is not a game. And when powerful institutions treat it like one, the consequences can last for generations. As the scandal unfolded, Standard Bank found itself under intense scrutiny. Leaked documents, legal papers, and competition filings revealed that Standard Bank traders participated in the same currency chats flagged by regulators. While the bank has consistently denied wrongdoing, the Competition Commission noted that Standard Bank did engage in discussions that aligned with manipulation patterns. Court records show that Standard Bank acknowledged the existence of the chats but argued they were taken out of context. In one of the most controversial moments, Standard Bank, alongside other local banks, successfully argued in the Competition Appeal Court that the commission lacked jurisdiction over certain traders operating offshore. This ruling effectively removed multiple charges tied to Standard Bank and left many South Africans asking, how does a bank get a case this big thrown out? The commission disagreed, calling the ruling a technical victory rather than proof of innocence. Their appeal to the Constitutional Court kept Standard Bank firmly in the spotlight. The public perception, however, was set. Some of the biggest banks in the country were fighting harder to escape consequences than to prove innocence. Standard Bank was not alone. Several major banks, local and international, faced accusations, evidence trails, or settlements related to rand manipulation. Citibank admitted to participating in the cartel and paid a settlement in 2017. Standard Chartered reached its own settlement in 2023. BNP Paribas, Barclays, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, HSBC, and Nomura were all named for participating in coordinated manipulation chats. Locally, ABSA, FirstRand, Investec, and Nedbank faced allegations ranging from withholding bids to synchronizing trades and sharing confidential client details. These findings made one thing clear. This wasn't one bank. This wasn't an accident. This was a system-wide network of traders exploiting one of Africa's most important currencies. To understand why the public reacted so explosively to the rand rigging scandal, we must look at the broader picture. A long history of suspicion, controversy, and unresolved questions surrounding the banking sector. For decades, banks in South Africa have been linked, fairly or unfairly, to deeper conspiracies. The apartheid-era financing theory. Some historians argue that major banks secretly funded covert apartheid programs, arms deals, and sanction bypassing schemes. These allegations remain part of South Africa's political memory. The VBS mutual bank collapse. While the official story blames internal corruption, many believe VBS was crushed because it threatened the dominance of major commercial banks. The Gupta bank account shutdown theory. When all major banks cut ties with the Gupta empire, critics claimed it was a coordinated political maneuver, while banks said it was compliance-driven. The 2001 banking crisis, the sudden collapse of Regal, Sambu, BOE, and later African Bank fueled theories of manipulation, hostile takeovers, and strategic economic sabotage. The ABSA lifeboat controversy. A long-standing belief persists that ABSA benefited from an apartheid-era lifeboat, a bailout that was never fully accounted for. The hidden costs theory. Many South Africans argue that banks profit most from fees paid by the poor, a system critics describe as extraction disguised as banking. Taken together, these theories built a foundation of distrust. So when the Rand rigging scandal broke, the public didn't see it as isolated. They saw it as proof of a long-running pattern. In the dim blue glow of trading screens, the value of the South African Rand was pushed and pulled like a puppet. A few keystrokes, a few hidden messages, a few cents stolen at a time. But beyond those screens are real lives, real families, real futures. This story is not just about financial crime. It's about justice, accountability, and the fight to protect a country's most vulnerable citizens from forces they cannot see. And until the full truth comes out, the question remains, how many times has the Rand been rigged without us ever knowing?